Greetings, GEN499 students at the University of Arizona Global Campus. This is Dr. Nguyen. I want to welcome you to a new session as you and I will share different worldviews about many perspectives, issues, and problems throughout this planet that we are living in right now. So in the next 5 weeks, you and I will research, synthesize, and put together your learning as you share your problems and offer practical solutions to the problems that you have identified in the next 5 weeks. So remember, GEN499 is a very fast-paced course with limited time. So every week is a busy week. There's a discussion, quizzes, paper to write. And so if you don't plan proactively, you are going to be behind. Now, life happens, and I do understand that. You have obligations, you have commitments, and your plate is full. So is mine. I teach at the University of Arizona. I teach for Australia. I also teach for George Mason. So I am teaching at three schools. I am also a graduate student. I'm taking care of my mother. I'm taking care of my son. So my plate is full, but I'm doing all that I can to make sure that I stay ahead. So productivity is important. Be proactive is important. So you need to make sure that you give yourself a moment or two so you can sit down, read. If you're not reading, you will not understand what you have to do for GEN 499 throughout the next 5 weeks. Okay, so let's see what this course is about. Okay. So make sure that you check regardless of the courses that you are taking, please make an effort to the first thing you need to do is read the announcement. Every week you need to check out the announcement, what is posted for you. So the announcement gives you relevant information about what you need to do. After you read your announcement, you need to make sure that you go to your syllabus, okay? So the syllabus here telling you what you need to do, like for example, your learning outcomes, like for the next 5 weeks, these are the expectations that you will masters or achieve, such as applying principles of critical thinking, problem solving, and data to inform ways that you can make decisions, communicate using written, oral, and visual approaches, evaluate resources, integrate principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion, initiate social responsibility and change agency. So these are our learning outcomes. And as you can see here, you have assignment that are listed according to your due date. So it is very important that you look at the course syllabus, okay? And when you go to home, you can look at the week by week glance. It's telling you what you need to do for each week. As you can see here, week 1, you have a discussion, your introduction, your assignment. Week 2, you have a discussion, 2 discussion, quiz, and assignment. So every week is so busy. This is very fast-paced. And so you really do not have time to wait. Proactivity is necessary and critical for you to be successful in GEN499. Okay, so make sure that you download the course guide. The course guide is so important because the course guide tells you everything that you need to do, starting from week 1 into the course guide, the information, how to write in APA format. You see how the references are written in APA format. What you need to do. So make sure that you read the course materials. The text that we are using for GN499 came from Matthew's 2023, One Step at a Time, a roadmap for problem solving and making differences. Okay, so you can follow these examples to write your APA reference sources when you write your paper. So now, your course, grading guide, discussion forum, quizzes, learning activity, assignment. So for the next 5 weeks, as you can see here, your discussion forums will count 64%. And so if you post your discussion and you do not post the peer response, you miss out a big chunk of points. You have quizzes. Now, one of your quiz require you to attend the live learning. So I do understand that some of you have to work, but in some situation you cannot attend. I do not have control of live learning. Technical support have. So when you communicate with me about live learning, I have no control over that. So there's no video recording, only in week number 5. So therefore, but the quiz is self-explanatory, common sense. You really don't need the information from live learning. You attend live learning to give you more resource on how to be more successful. Okay, but you don't need the information from that session to take the quiz in week number 5. And these are the points that break down to where you can earn a maximum of 100 points for a grade of A. Okay. So every week, see here, the course guide tells you specifically what you need to do for each particular week. Is everything spelled out. So it is important for you to read your course guide. I don't mind to give you support, but when you send me information, when you send me inquiries about Professor Nguyen, what do I need to do? It can tell me many things that you do not read. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad, but you are a student and you have responsibility. And one of the responsibility is to read. Read before you send me an email. Okay? So, but at any time you need help, feel free to contact me. I will be glad to give you as much support as you can because your success is my success. Now, remember, GN499, we are using APA format. So everything that you do, you need to make sure that you follow APA format, okay? Okay, so download the course guide, read it, follow the course guide week by week, day by day to make sure that you understand the expectation and stay ahead. So at the home page, you can look at the course at a glance of what you need to do. So at any time that you need technical support, you have student support center here, everything that you need here. And if you need help, you click on help and you can have technical support. I'm not a technical support person. So when you ask me for certain thing that not loading appropriately, I cannot help you. So please contact technical support. I'm for instruction. You ask me anything instructionally, I will be glad to give you support. Okay. So all of the resources here are necessary to help you to become more successful if you need it. Okay. So again, go to your modules. Now everything that you do is spelled out and listed in your course guide here. So you need to make sure that you make an effort to read everything, okay? Now, so let's say for week 1, okay? I go to my modules and I go to week 1. So week 1, you need to have your introduction, you need to have a discussion and your written assignment, okay? So it is imperative that you click on and read the rubric. So it's very important that you look into the grading rubrics. So the grading rubric tell you what you need to do, including the in-text citation, okay? I want to make sure that you have opportunity to understand how to write APA format. So there's so many ways that you can write APA format papers, okay? So I typically go with the sample paper here. Sample paper. So as you can see here, you start with a title page, okay? You start with a title page. And you need to make sure that you cite accordingly. So as you can see here, when you write your paper, you need to have a title page and you need to have a page header. Your title page, everything is centered using the same font size, same font type. On the second page, you need to make sure that you have the title of your paper again. This is the standard format, okay? So then after that, you need to make sure that everything that every section that you do, you need to have a section header, okay? You can have a subsection header if you want to, but make sure that you have a section header, okay? So you can see here, this is a section header, a subsection header, okay? You see section header here, subsection header, because in a section header, you can have different subsection header. So the main section headers need to be in the center. The subsection header need to be flush to the left, okay? So then make sure that you have a conclusion, okay? So you need to have a conclusion. The beginning of your paper is your first paragraph is the introduction. There's not a need for you to title it introduction, but at the end, your final paragraph needs to be a conclusion. Your final paragraph needs to be a conclusion. A conclusion is where you summarize what you wrote, what you write, and then you offer future implications for practices if someone reads a paper and decide to use it in the futures. You need to make sure that you use the words references, use hanging indentation. You see, you start writing here and you indent the second line. Okay, so this is the expectation for your paper when I'm grading it. So when you have a great format, your paper have a good flow and a good organizational structures. Okay, so everything is spelled it out for you in your course guide. You need to make sure that you're reading everything that you need to read. Okay, remember, in week number one, you are writing your assignment. Week number 2, week number 3, you will have to put these together as one final paper in week number 5. So in that way, you need to work smart and not hard, okay? So save your work accordingly so you won't get confused. So in week number 5, you have to state your problem again, your background overview, your research result, the potential solution, and recommendation. So everything you do from week 1, I have so many pops on my Skypes. Okay, so everything that you do, starting from week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, combined together in your on your final paper. So on your final paper, what is the problem that you identify from week 1? What is your potential solution that you have formulated from week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4? Put these together in week number 5. Okay. So remember, always click on the grading rubric to see what you have to do. Okay. So everything is for you here. All right. Now I want you to be known that in one of the week you have to do a video interview. Okay. So let me see, what week would that be? Discussing forum 2. I think it's in week 4. Maybe not. So it might be in week number 2. Yeah. So for this week, week number 2, you have to record a video. So you can record yourself, you can post on YouTube, you can post on Facebook, and then upload it to here if you want to. So this is one of your required discussion, which is 10 points. So if you don't do this discussion, you miss a big chunk of points. So this will be one of your tasks that you have to do. Record a video for one of your discussion in week number 2. Okay. So again, be proactive. Respond to me. Life happens. I do understand that. But when you need help, contact me in a timely manner, not waiting until the day of the assignment due date or the week of or after the due date. You have obligations, so do I. Let's work together because I'm here to support you. Your success is my success. Thank you and welcome to GEN499 at the University of Arizona Global Campus. This is Dr. Nguyen.